Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to this beautiful session, beautiful gathering. I'm going to try and go live on YouTube as well. Let's see if it works.
So if you want to put in the chat
Um,
where you are from, so long, Ami try to have us on YouTube.
okay, it doesn't seem to work. Let's see. Maybe I need to select. Is not enabled. Okay, it's not. Something is wrong. I'll upload it later.
Okay.
Okay, let's not spend time on this. Okay, so welcome everyone, and wherever you're calling from, welcome from all over the world. Welcome to this beautiful session, and welcome to the EduCage, Unlearn and Break Free to create the universities of the New Earth Global Gathering. This is a transformative event dedicated to reimagining education beyond the limitations of traditional systems. As Buckminster Fuller once said, you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So we have a great lineup of speakers during the next 2 days, and I invite you to come and join us. Whenever you can. We have interviews throughout the day today and tomorrow. So just go to the event schedule, and you'll find all the details of the interviews, the speakers over there. So please join us, whenever you can, today and tomorrow. So this global gathering is devoted to liberating learning from outdated systems and reconnecting education with intuition, creativity, and soul purpose. Whether you're an educator looking to inspire, a student eager to grow, or an organization ready to embrace the future of learning, EduCage is here to be your partner in progress. Today's event is a celebration of that vision, a space where ideas meet action and where the future of education begins. So let's explore what's possible together with EduCage. My name is Kaur Sohi, and I'm the host and creator of this event. I am very grateful and honored to have you here today with us. Thank you for being here and for being part of something special. So, without further ado, I am beyond excited and honored to present to you Christelle PILLOT. Welcome, Christelle. Such an honor and pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for organizing this summit. It's a lot of work, I know that, and it's a lot of knowledge I have seen, the panels.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words, Christelle. Yeah, appreciate you. So for those of you who don't know Christelle, I'll give you a short introduction. Christelle PILLOT is a life strategist and career advisor for women, helping them align their work with meaning, creativity, and inner purpose. She previously worked for 15 years as an international sales, engineering, technical professional before burning out and transitioning into coaching. Her mission involves helping women shift careers, regain purpose, balance, freedom, and live more soul aligned lives. She runs the Freedom Catcher Academy and offers programs for meaningful, profitable career, the Freedom Catcher experience, and much more. She has experience in mindfulness, emotional intelligence, personal development, and helping people make transitions from systems that no longer serve them. Wow, beautiful biography, Christelle. So you can learn more about Christelle on her website, christellepillow.com. And Christelle's topic for today is from inner awareness to aligned action, unlearning old patterns to create a meaningful and profitable life. So, beautiful topic. Christelle, can't wait to unpack your topic. So, let's start off with I know that you talk a lot about from conditioning to conscious creation. So many people live on an autopilot, right? On
Yes.
autopilot, driven by old beliefs and emotions. What do you think helps someone become aware of and break free from these unconscious loops?
That's a good question. I think the first thing that we need to do sometimes, maybe to program that in our daily life, it's like to pause. Just to like, to stop, because I see that with my clients and with myself. I mean, I am really not different, that we run all the time. So we are running for the thing that we need to do. And our world right now is very quick. The path is fast, and then we have no time to connect back. And it's exactly what you said. So we are disconnected, and we are even more disconnected today than it was the case 10, 20, 40 years ago. Because before we had this pause, we had this moment because the world was slow, but now it's so quick all the time, and we have no time to connect back to who we are. And the school system doesn't help, because maybe it's not written in my bio, but I work a lot with schools, and I've been the last 10 years doing emotional intelligence for children in schools, or now looking at how to evolve the school system. And we are completely disconnected there from who we are, and from the others as well, and from what's going on outside. So we are disconnected in three different levels from my point of view. The first one is we don't know who we are. The second one is we don't know exactly how to come into connection with others. We never really learn to communicate properly. And because we all have our armor, we like, even if we try, and because everything goes very quickly, so we are not really used to have like these big connections. And on top of that, the school system and the world we are in, we are not really like system oriented. We are more like in school, when we learn math, we learn only math, and then it's geography, and then it's history, but we don't learn all that together. In companies, you are in one department, and maybe you learn to connect in this one department, maybe, not sure, but eventually. But we are not really used to connect with the other departments. So like the system is not connected, and it's exactly what we need right now. So we need to learn to do that. And I believe the first thing that we should start with is to connect ourselves first. So because we cannot change something, we cannot connect with others if we are not connected with ourselves. So that would be the first step.
Yeah, beautifully said. Yeah. And I love the way you said it's all structures, right? The school are so structured. When we start jobs, we're put in this compartment, these
Yeah.
departments, and
Yeah, even if you
yeah,
go to the doctor. So if you say, like, I had like knee and hips problem, and then I say, oh, I have a hips problem, and then say, but maybe it's corrected with my knee, and then, well, we are here for the hips. Yeah, but I think, and the back and everything, it's like, but if you are here for one problem, they want to fix this one problem, and they don't want to look at the whole system. And I think it's the same globally.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, great. Well said. I mean, it's always, and as you mentioned, we're all interconnected. Our body is
Yes,
interconnected. We are interconnected to each other, right? Through the quantum field. And
exactly, exactly.
how can we be kind of separate, and be this compartmentalized? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, beautifully said. And so moving on to the role of intuition. I know you talk a lot about intuition as well. Intuition is often dismissed in business or leadership and in schools, right? How
Yeah,
can
yeah.
we re-establish trust in
Mm.
the inner intelligence as a powerful source of clarity and direction?
Yes, so like nowadays we need like this what it calls, or Brené Brown calls that the pocket presence. The pocket presence is when you have like this system thinking, when you kind of know what's going on around, you have like this anticipation, you kind of try to figure out what's going to happen, and then you have this temporary, so you kind of understand when it's time. However, you don't always have the information coming to you. It's like when you play like football game. So sometimes, you have to have like all that somehow in your mind, even if you cannot see everything. It's kind of a feeling, a kind of a intuition. And that is something that we need to have more. And I think in the coming years, going to be even more important. And the way to train that, and schools, they don't train that at all. They are really far, far, far away from that. Yeah, first of all, is to be very present to what's going on now, like the moment present, then the here and the now. It's like pure mindfulness. And that's something that we can train. We can train in like deep meditation, definitely the formal practice, like going into meditation position and train that and try to be as present as possible. But then we can do that in an informal way, like every moment in your day. I do that a lot when I wait at the red ample, like red light with my car. I take this moment because anyway I have to stop. Nice moment to say, okay, anyway, I have to stop is red. And then I take moment to feel present. And the way to feel present is really to come back to your five senses, to see what you see, to hear what you hear, without big judgment, just feeling, to feel your body, to feel your clothes, your hair, whatever. And then just to be present. So you are not in your mind anymore. You are not in the future. You are not in the past. You are here. And when you are here and you are so connected to your senses, if you are used, you kind of get into the sixth sense, like feeling something or having intuition. And then when you are used to get there, and because you are not that much in your mind, but you are more in your body. Oh, from Mauritius, that's so nice. Hello from Mauritius. So you are so in your body, and then you have like these ideas popping, and that's like intuition. If you are always in your mind and not in the present moment, so eventually your mind's going to be too full. And then there is the past and the future, and you are not so much in the present. And the intuitions, they are not in the future, they are not in the past. They are here now. So it's one way, one very simple way. You don't need nothing. So just feel. That's it. So that will be like really the first thing to do. Like, yeah, try to feel, and to feel your emotions as well, without judging them, without rejecting them. Just, yeah, okay, that's here, that's present, that's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, great points there. To come back to the here and now, right? Yeah, I mean there's some one of my favorite books about getting into the here and now is by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
My belief is there is nothing else to do than that. It's very simple. It's a very simple concept, right? Not
Hmm.
always so easy to do. And
Yeah,
when
it's
we
not
are
always.
very stressed and very disconnected, is even more complicated. And when we never did that before, and then we try to do that, and we are in this stressful life, eventually when we do that, it's not very it's not a nice feeling. So I know that long time ago, I started to meditate every day, and my brother he meditates a lot too. And then I told him, you know what, I don't like to meditate because every time I meditate, I feel it hurts here, and it's very not comfortable here. I feel like a lot of pressure here. And then he told me, well, my little sister, I think that you always have these tensions here, but you feel that more when you are present to your body. And that was a big aha moment. It was like, oh my God, so I am suffering all the time, but I am so disconnected that I cannot really see it. And I think that's why some people we are ill, we are sick because we don't discover the signal of our body. Because we are so disconnected, we are always here and we are never down in our body. So that's why so many people say, I cannot meditate, it's not for me. Or as I did, I don't like it. It's just not pleasant. Just persist, stay a little bit longer there. And at some point, you will find that how magic that can be. And then the
Yeah.
intuition will come more.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I'm learning as well, over the years, that the more I get into stillness, just focusing on my breath, the
Exactly.
more kind of downloads come to you, right?
Yeah.
And I think the great ideas, they come in stillness because we're present with us, in our body. Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
I
we
also,
create
yeah,
more space.
yes.
And I mean, when your mind is full, so it's difficult to. I don't have that right now, but as I did more mindfulness for children, I have like a ball with a lot of things inside. And when we are very stressed out, so it's like when you move the ball, so there is so many things floating everywhere. But and then it's difficult to find the right idea in all this storm in the ball. But when you are quiet, then there is more space, and then you can see the nice idea, and there is less of bad ideas.
Mhm.
Meditation is associated with religion here, not only in Mauritius. My sister-in-law come from Mauritius, so but you know, everywhere. So my son had this discussion at school because my children can meditate, and he has this discussion at school like 2 weeks ago. That some of his friends ask him why he's so relaxed, and he said that he meditates and say, well, it's religious. It's like and no, like mindfulness that has nothing to do with religion. It's just like being present to what you're feeling. So but yeah, people do the mix definitely.
Mm. Yeah, I think, as you mentioned, Christelle, it's got nothing to do with religion. We're getting into our body is kind of, and it's coming up more and more, meditation, because I think our ancients used to do it all the time. You know,
Yes, I know that like
indigenous people.
yeah, 25 years ago, as I was studying engineering, I was already into meditation, and I can remember discussing that with my friends, and they didn't want to speak about it. It was really taboo. It was too bizarre to, oh, what is that? So it was in France. I am French. And it was well-educated people, but really like yeah, well-educated, conditioned with the system, like very into the system. And I remember, so okay, I remember once I was with two friends of mine, really kind person, and they told me, well, that's too bizarre what you say. And I told myself, it's this last time I speak about meditation about it. So now it's a little bit more, people are more open to that. People understand. But because as well the neuroscience came and proved that it has an impact. So now people cannot say that's bullshit because we have the proof now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, scientists are now kind of openly saying how
Exactly.
connected, meditation is
Yeah.
to our, bodies, to our brains,
Yes.
and improves our health as well when we are
Definitely.
actually grounded and connected to
Yes.
our inner innate way of being. Yeah, beautiful. I practice qigong, so that's the way, like embodying, getting into that
Hmm.
embodiment of these animals. You know, letting nature guide us. Yeah, through these ancient practices. I mean, obviously they
Yes,
have
it's the
some use.
Qigong, it's kind of a meditation in movement.
Yeah.
So it's like yoga as well. It's another kind of, and then being connected with your breath and all that. So it really helps to go again to go out of the mind and to be more in the present moment and in what's going on here and now with me, with my body. And then when we are connected with us and with our body, then we can feel better. Oh, I have like this tension. Where come from this tension? Because I have this emotion. And where come from this emotion? Because I think that. Okay, and what do you want to do with that now? And then you can change that. And that helps to connect yourself again, but as well to connect yourself to what's going on around. And so it comes back to we are disconnected to ourselves. But then when we learn to connect to ourselves, so we start to learn to connect with our environment and with the people in our environment. And then we start to think about how can I connect differently. And I think even if it's not conscious, we start to do that unconsciously, to start to want to connect differently because we start to notice things differently, to be more empath, to, even if it's not pure empathy, because some of us are more or less, but still, so we are just more aware of what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. Apart from meditation, are there any other modalities that you use to go within, to connect with the body, connect with yourself?
Or to connect with our intuition.
Intuition, yeah.
What I would suggest is really like as well to trust. So the trust factor is very important. And first of all, again, to trust ourselves. So trusting ourselves maybe as well is just like loving ourselves, knowing ourselves as well, like knowing who I am, knowing my strength as well, knowing my past, knowing my stories. That is important. And when you know yourself, you know your strengths, you know your values, you know what is important to you and why it's important to you, it's easier to trust yourself. And I would as well say, and that comes with the meditation, for instance, but maybe as well with faith and so on, trusting the universe or trusting whatever you believe in. So yeah, the faith, the trust that everything is going to be fine, or that the universe. I am not into religion. I'm not really a big fan of religion. However, I'm a scientist, and I look a lot at quantum physics. And I do believe in energy and in vibration. And I do believe that when we are positive and then we just try to do our best, our vibration are higher, and then we can create something nicer, and then we can trust better. So I think trust helps really like to trust ourselves, trust the universe. That helps as well to trust people around, and then that helps to be more to have more space for less fear and more intuition, because fear is really not good for intuitions. So the idea is to try to have less fear and to open more to a positive future and for positive people and to create something there. So trust, definitely. And so I would say trust, I would say connecting again to ourself, meditation, and I would say as well like having a vision and eventually a mission. That helps as well, because when we know in which direction we want to go, And then we trust that's possible, and then we trust ourselves that we will find ways, and that the universe will conspire to help us to go there, and then to have to meet the people having the same vision or the same mission or something similar at least. So that gives like this hope and this it's possible. And again, so when you have this environment, this ecosystem around, then you can feel more safe, and therefore you can embrace more the intuitions that you get. You can share that easily as well, and then you can be empowered with the people around. So it's really like kind of ecosystem helping you to go wherever you want to go. I can feel that definitely with myself, with my life, with the people around me, like having opportunities that comes my way. I'm like, no way I would have imagined that it would be possible. And sometimes I know that's like one celebrity asked me to work with them, and then they ask me, and how do you know what I do? So how comes? It's not because it was about meditation, it was of children, and I don't really share that much on social media and so on. And I was like, how do you know? How do you don't know that? And it's like, well, kind of a feeling. And because I know your children, and I know kind of like the energy around you. I was like, well, that's crazy. So if you are like in this energy, I do believe that you have the opportunities coming your way. And if you are quiet and you look around, you are able to grasp the opportunities, and all that is part of intuition.
Mhm. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, love that. Love what you said, and I love Cindy saying the universe has my back. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes to that. Yeah, and Cindy always also says I like both Western using imagination, meditation, and Eastern no thought meditation. Silence gave me answers to words I did not intellectually know the meaning of. Yeah. And intuition gave me the perfect answer. Wow.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
definitely.
Cindy. Yeah.
There is some and it's going to be even more this way in the future, I think. There is some decision that we cannot take intellectually. We cannot take with facts. So we need something else to make the decision happening. Like about love. Should I stay with my boyfriend? Yes or not? Should I marry this person? Should I go? Should I accept this job or not? It's not something that you always you can make the decision just with facts. So you need something else. And that is like the intuition. Like
Mhm.
intuition that's I think that's the right way.
Yeah. The inner knowing, yeah, which
Yes,
we're all born with. Yes. It's the gift that's sitting inside us to be kind of surfaced,
exactly.
tapped into.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
tapped
it's
into.
like that or whatever, but something like happens. So I know that I use that, and I'm like having meditation sessions. Like I don't really have like I have an answer, but I don't really trust it and so on. And at some point, it's just come like so powerfully. Oh, that's the answer I was looking for. Usually, it's the one that you don't want to take because it's the more courageous one. It's like, okay, so now that I know, I have to go in this direction. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, makes you kind of get out of your comfort zone, you
yeah,
know.
definitely. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so beautiful shares there. Thank you for that, Christelle. So, what about like emotional intelligence and freedom? That I'm really passionate about that. I spoke about that, at my presentation. That
Mm,
emotional intelligence should be like one of the core subjects at schools, right? Part of the curriculum. So, in your view, how does emotional awareness contribute to inner and outer freedom, especially
yes.
when we face challenges or uncertainties?
Yeah, that's well, my impression is that, so I have done emotional intelligence for years in schools. However, I can feel that because it's something that the teacher don't really understand and never learn themselves, it's really difficult to come in the classes for only like 8 sessions and then that's it. I know it has an impact because I am still in contact with the children and they kind of remember. But still, I feel always demotivated and frustrated, to be honest, because the teacher, they are not really saying it, some of them for sure. And for the one that are doing it, it's great because then they use that in daily life. So they agree to spend 5 minutes per day to maybe teach that more or just be that more. I mean, I don't believe that it's something that you need to teach. You just need to be it or to be more emotional intelligent. And then the children, they just take it. So I can see that at home we use a lot of non-violent communication, and because I use that, and my husband has as well the principle of it. So we teach that to our children, and now they are even better than we are sometimes. Or they are like I can see how they use it, even really knowing that they use it, but I can see that in the way they interact between brothers as well. So it's 3 boys that I have. They are so kind with each other, and I can see how they support, how they interact, how they ask questions, how they have little ego. And at the same time, when others come with a higher ego and try to push them down, they are strong enough to stop them and to have the right balance. And I think that's exactly so. Non-violent communication help a lot in order to have like this emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence comes with self-awareness. So we come back to what are my emotions? What are my thoughts? And now that I know, so I understand how I react or how I act. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is, oh, how can I do to regulate that? How can I, if I am angry, how can I regulate that so that I don't damage someone or something? And then is that helps with the communication for sure, and then that helps with the resilience and with the motivation. So because when we are good at that, we can motivate ourselves better and we can motivate other better, and not only with pressure but with some other ways, leverage. And for sure, so empathy is developed. So how to make that happen, first of all, is to be that, and then the people are going to be more like that with you. But it's exactly the exercises that you have done this morning as well with the qigong, or with the tiger, with the like again, so being in the body, being present, naming the emotion, trying to understand or to see our thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts. We have about 60,000 thoughts per minute, but like, trying to get the biggest one, trying to not be too much in this armor that we have, that the system give us, but trying to take that off and to be more vulnerable and more courageous. All that is something that we can learn from, I believe, like from the people around us when we are children. And the best people are for sure our parents and the teachers. We have no big impact on the teachers, but we do have impact on ourselves. So that's why I would always suggest parents to, it's why I don't really do that anymore for children, is because I had so many parents telling me, oh, do that with my children. Like, give this knowledge to my children. And yes, I can give the knowledge to the children, but if you parent, you are not self-regulating your own emotions, that when you come back to work and you are so exhausted and so impassioned and so angry and so on, is not going to be the best way. The best way is start with yourself. Always start with yourself. As a leader, start with yourself. And you are the leader of your children, definitely. So that is what I would suggest. So just like take 10 minutes a day, look at what is emotional intelligence and how can I name my emotions? How can I learn that? How can I tame my emotion? And then yes, it gives you freedom because you are the master of your inner world, and then you are not it's something that my son said to me, like, if you are not the master of your emotion, the emotions are your masters. So and then it's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, really well said. Your son's very intelligent, very emotionally intelligent. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. So yeah, I totally agree that, we are the leaders of our inner world as well as the outer world, leader for our children, our families. We're
Yes.
all leaders, it's not leadership is not just in a kind of an institute, right?
No, it's not
Yeah.
the title that you have.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, amazing. So with regards to redefining success, how can we move from chasing success to creating meaningful and profitable lives that align with who we truly are?
Mm, I like that. I like the question. I like the idea that we don't have to chase it, because chasing is something that I don't have and I want to have it in the future. So it's like a lack of that state, a state of lack, which is not really great. So we should start with like a state of abundance, of state of how it feels when I have this success. So first of all, so yeah, what is success to me? That's definitely something that I do with my client, and it has to do with like, well, my success has everything to do with my values, the mission that I have, and yes, and it's more or less that. So is okay if I know the behavior, the values that I want to serve, and if I know the purpose or the mission I want to serve, so I have already everything I need. And then what I suggest people to do is that imagine, so you have the mission you want to serve, like you say, okay, I know I want to go in this direction. And I know the tools, the values that I want to use. I want to be honest. I want to be kind. I want to be impactful. I want to be whatever it is. All are great values usually. When you have that, you are already on your way, so you have it already because you are doing it. So and you should enjoy the process. So you are already in this abundance, and then what I suggest people to think about is that the kind of emotions and thoughts they think they would have when they are at the success point. And it could be, I don't know, in my case it's like to feel at peace all the time, and to feel energized and at peace and having the right people around, and so really like trying to create the life that I would have if I am at that success point, when if even this success point exists, but we can figure that out in our mind. And then to think about, okay, what are the emotions that I have when I am there? What are the talk, that I have, or the friends that I have, or the thoughts that I have? And then what kind of person I am when I am at that success point? And then be this person now. Don't wait to be this person when you are at this success point, because it's not this way around. So you need to be this person so that you get to this success point. And to be honest, I don't believe in one success point. I believe that at the moment you are clear about your vision, and your values, and the person that you want to be this person and work in this direction to your values, and then you are successful already. So that it's there already, and then it's growing, 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 and then it's persistency and trust again that you will get there, and trust that the universe will serve you the right problems, the right person, the right challenges. So just and be resilient and just go in this direction because you know it's the right one. And for me, so success is so it's really like my definition of success.
Mm. Yeah, I love that. How you saying like be that success right now,
Yes.
and then
And then
everything
you will
will
attract
flow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
If
attract it.
you are it long enough, then you will attract it long enough to really get it in your life
Mm.
and
Mm.
act this way, because it's not always like just um, having the vision of it, but it's being the person. And when you say, okay, I am the person having done that, having this success, so what this person would do today? Well, this person would maybe go out or have this conversation, maybe this difficult conversation, or this person would write this one email, or this person will maybe study during 2 hours or whatever. So just do what this successful person would do. And then, so I mean, that's kind of logical, right? So you will get there.
Mm.
Maybe not
Mm.
tomorrow, but after tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. So be that what you want to be. Yeah.
Yeah, be
And what
that
you said,
now.
yeah, be that now. And also what you were talking about earlier about emotional intelligence, be the compassion that you want to see in the world.
Yes,
I always
and,
say,
and and
yeah.
start with yourself, because it's
Mm.
exactly what I see with my client and again with myself, is that we are so harsh with ourselves. We might have compassion for others, but zero for ourselves. And that's not working. So really like start with yourself and okay, today maybe I wasn't there where I wanted to be. Accept that. It's okay, it's a fact anyway. So just accept it. When you accept, you can change it. If you don't accept, you cannot change it anyway. So accept that, and tomorrow is another day. So you have the chance tomorrow to start again, to try again.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, persist.
persist
Yeah.
with
Okay.
kindness.
With kindness. Yeah. I mean, these are so what you're talking about here, such gems, such words of wisdom that, teachers should be teaching at schools,
Yeah,
because
well,
the children learn all these beautiful values, these gems, words of wisdom, and be that, I think the world will be very different.
yes. I
Yeah.
think they some of them they slowly understand that is important. So I'm working with a school, it's a technical school, and one of an old teacher about mechanic, like very technical teacher. So told me last time and told me, you know what you do, your soft skill stuff there. That's the most important nowadays. That's more important than what I do. And I was so surprised because he's like really like old-fashioned teacher, not liking to speak about emotion and stuff like that. But then you say because now children they are disconnected, so they cannot focus, they are not motivated, they prefer to be with that than with us. They and we cannot really, they have the impression that they have no connection anymore with their own students. And because the connection is missing, it's difficult for them to teach the mechanic or the math or whatever. And they understand that. And then So they start to tell me, so what you do is important. It's maybe more important now. We need that more than my stuff, because my stuff, we can find that on YouTube or whatever. But your stuff, we need like the communication, we need the connection, we need, and they don't know how to do that. And the teachers, they never learn to do it. So it's
Yeah.
difficult to, you know?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's why we need to teach the young generation, the next generations, who are going to become the teachers of the future, right?
Yes,
These soft skills, yeah. Mm.
yes,
Yes, yeah, so important. Yeah. So moving on to leadership, Christelle, yeah, the leadership, you talk about the leadership DNA. So when individuals connect with their values, strengths, and their mission, their unique leadership DNA, what changes do you see and how they lead,
yeah.
communicate, and inspire others?
Yes, it's a more quiet leadership, kind of. We are not all quiet, so there is some people like they're being very energetic, and but in the way that it's more quiet, it's because it's more, it's stronger, it's deeper, it's deeper. Because when we are aware about our strength, therefore we are as well more aware about the strengths of others, and then we are a better leader in the way that we use the force around better. If I am not a good speaker, for instance, but I know that in my team there is one person, every time she opened her mouth, she's so inspiring, then I would maybe use her. It's less ego oriented, it's more mission oriented. Um, and the because there is less ego, it's usually more, it gives like more a safe environment, which is better for creativity, for intuitions, for like, yeah, thriving differently. And yes, and the way they solve problem as well is different, because when we know our strength, we know that if I use like this strength and this strength and this strength, I can solve the problem this way. And it's uniquely me. And when you know your strengths, you say, oh, using this strength and this strength and this strength, I will solve maybe the same problem a completely different way, but it will be the same power. Only if I take your ways of dealing with problem, it's maybe not going to work for me because we are too different. So it's going to be not so powerful. It's going to be more energy war for me. So I will need more energy, and then I will go in burnout and doubt and going back in this fear. Um, but if I am strong with myself, it's okay, I have this big problem in front of me, and I trust that I can make it happen. I look at my strengths and oh, my strengths are, I don't know, connecting the dot or being able to use to leverage the people's force around me. Or maybe for me, I'm going to open a big meeting and to brainstorm, and then we will find a solution together. And for some other leaders, they will never do that because it's too much energy. They don't know how to do that. They would go more in one-on-one, or they will go more in books. But depending of their ways of dealing with stuff, they will find their own solutions, and it's far more powerful. So it's more like a deeper leadership, and because it's more rooted into like this mission and less ego, it's more courageous as well. Because when you are aligned and when you know, oh, that is what I think, and my ideal me would do that, that's the toughest way. Yes, but if I want to stay aligned, if I want to be a good leader, that's the way. And then you fear less and you go more because you know better why you want to do that and why you think it's the right way. So I would share that. Yeah, it's like deeper, maybe stronger, deeper, more connected to you, to the mission, to the system, to the people.
Mm. Yeah, That's important in leadership, right? Yeah,
Yes.
to go deeper and more connected.
Yes, and again, so when we speak about leadership, I always have like the family structure in mind as well, like parents were the leader of this team at home. And I believe really, I always have my children in mind. So it's like, how can I be the best leader for my children? And it's not different in a company, to be honest. So it's maybe it's easier sometimes because it's less emotional, and you don't have 5 years old like screaming around and so on. But it's the same principle, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, beautiful. So Krista, my final question to you is, which I'm going to be asking, all of the speakers in the next 2 days, is if you were the head of the future wisdom school or the future school for higher learning paths, what would be priority for you at that school, for the children? Mm.
Well, for the children, the first thing that I would do, I would teach the teacher how to be connected with themselves first, and really like to find the right practice for them. Might be whatever it is, meditation, qigong, whatever it is. So learn, reading, or writing, whatever. So I will teach them to connect them with themselves back in order to be a better mindful leader. And then I would suggest them to be able to teach back to their children, like the classes. And then I would brainstorm about what can we do in this school for the future of our schools, so that our children, they are better equipped for the future, not to adapt to the future, but to create the future. Because we will need to create the future. The future is going to be so different than what we learned 10 years ago because of AI, because of this interaction of systems and so on. So we don't need children just to adapt to it. We need children to be creative enough, to be courageous enough, to be resilient enough, to be smart enough to create this future. So I would really start like asking teacher to go back to their own creativity, to go back to their in strengths, to know themselves, to connect back to themselves. So I will ask them to come to my program because it's really what I do with my client. But then I would go further and okay, how can we have this space for our children in this school to thrive and to create a better future? And they will be so creative and they are expert in what they do. They will find great ways. So I wouldn't try to fix that by myself, but with the team of the teacher. And it's what we do in this German school, but it's like a lower level. It's very low, but we try to go in this direction.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Well, it's the small steps that you're taking today, right? Which will have that
Yes,
ripple effect in the future. Yeah. So
yes.
you're saying it's very low, but slowly it will start.
Slowly, yeah,
It will
yeah.
come as more people awaken
Yes,
that
yes,
things need to change because we see all around us systems are falling, structures are falling. So
yes. People are
we have
falling,
to,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So we need to create something brand new. Yeah. Okay, so much great work you're doing, Christelle. I know you have a beautiful free gift for the audience. Can you share that with everybody, please?
Well, yes, exactly what I just shared is what I do with my clients. So I help them to connect back with themselves, to connect back to their mission. And in this masterclass, I show the processes that I do, and it's something that you can use. You don't have to work with me in order to use it, but you can go through the different steps and then try by yourself to say, oh, okay, how can I do that? And again, so it's not in one day, but maybe taking 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes a day, like to think about, okay, how can I be more in the flow? How can I be more focused? How can I be more aligned with myself? If I have to create a new path for my life. Maybe you are already in the right career or the right activities, which is great. How can you go even further in this way? Or maybe you are not, and how can you discover something else, so that you be more aligned and you have more impact. So together, I really believe that we can create a better world when we are more aligned, when we are
Mm,
more conscious, when we are more mindful leader. So this is 1 hour masterclass. There is a book as well, like a workbook, and then you can go through the questions and then just, yeah, reflect on it. Yeah.
mm. Amazing. So everyone, please, yeah, get your free gift from Christelle, and the link is provided below this recording, so you'll be able to, yeah, access the free gift. The recording will be available within 48 hours to everybody. So Christelle, thank you so much. And where you want to share anything else, parting messages, and where can people find out more about you?
Mhm. People can find me, like I have a newsletter. Just right now, someone told me, "Oh, I read your newsletter. They are so inspiring." So I have my newsletter. You can connect on my website. I think it's possible. And LinkedIn and Instagram. It's really where I am most. YouTube a bit. So sometimes I share as well things there. But and it's my name. So like if you put my name on Google, you will find me everywhere. So I have been in a lot of podcasts as well. I co-wrote a book. It's to be found on Amazon. So yeah,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah.
Amazing. So everyone do look up Christelle. If you want to work with Christelle, yeah, do connect with her and please access Christelle's beautiful free gift. Just a few more minutes left, so I just want to go through the chat. If anybody has any questions for Christelle, you can put them in the chat, and I'm just reading some of the comments. Um, okay, so Cindy, a lot of comments from Cindy here. About going back to the emotional intelligence, the intuition. Cindy says, I wish to add something. I lost a lot of my intuition when I gave my power away to someone. It
Yes,
came back when I called my power back. That's a
yes.
very
So
good
right.
point. Yeah.
I did the same. Exactly
Mm.
the same. So I lost it and I took it back. And it's a
Oh.
journey. I'm still doing it. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
then also, just want to add that setting boundaries is so important, yeah,
Yes.
to kind of retain that power.
Yes.
Um,
Well, that's the thing. When you say yes to your mission or to yourself, then at some point you need to say no to something else. But you know exactly why you say no. It's easier than to say no than when you have no anchor, no vision, or it's more difficult. You're just kind person saying yes to everyone.
okay. Cindy also says, can this be done through the Ministry of Education? Okay, is that like approaching the government? I guess that's what you're talking about, Cindy.
Well, that would be lovely. I don't believe that in like I don't like in France or in Germany. No, I would say no. I would say ministry, they are so far away from reality that they are, I wouldn't say that is the best ally. I think the best ally are the teachers and the
Uh,
parents.
mhm,
They sometimes they can be very creative to find ways to get you in the system and to change the system from wherever they try to find ways. But from what I see, I wouldn't try because they are all as well a little bit fed up with the ministry and saying like "Pff, they are too far away from it's too political and it's not yeah, it's not good for the children. They have no clue. It's what
I
they
agree
say,
with
but
you.
it's kind of what I feel too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, everyone reach out to your local schools, to the local communities, and
Yes.
work with the teachers, work with other parents,
Yeah, or
and
the association, the parent association, or
yeah.
they do a
Hmm.
lot. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, yes, Cindy. So do create mini workshops,
Yes,
we
exactly.
can
Yeah.
also educate and learn from each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. So yeah, thank you very much,
I
Christelle,
thank
for being
you.
here today,
I
for
thank
sharing
you.
your wisdom, knowledge, so many gems, we got from this conversation. So, and you're
Thank
getting
you so
lots of
much.
hearts there. So everyone, thank you for joining us. And the next speaker will be Isabel Maria Costa. So please join us at 11 if you can. So looking forward to seeing everybody then. Okay. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a
Goodbye.
great day. Bye bye.
Bye, Christelle.